Nan Madol Shadows, ancient ruins, vanished people, and the lessons hidden in stone. At low tide, the dark basalt ruins of Nan Madol rise hauntingly from the mangrove-fringed tidal flats of Pohnpei, their massive stone walls and silent canals casting long shadows across the Pacific. The site feels almost otherworldly, a labyrinth built upon coral reefs, whispered about in island legends and shrouded in mystery. What happened to the people who once ruled here? As archaeologists and climate scientists peer into Nan Madol's forgotten past, they find echoes of a warning that resonates now more than ever: the fate of a civilization shaped by the forces of climate and migration. Stones set in the sea, the enigma of Nan Madol. Nan Madol is sometimes called the Venice of the Pacific, a series of nearly 100 artificial islets woven together by narrow canals. Built as the ceremonial and political center of the Saudeleur dynasty, the ruins are a marvel. Giant prismatic stones stacked to form imposing tombs, temples, and royal residences. How these stones, some weighing up to 50 tons, were transported across open water remains one of archaeology's great mysteries. For centuries, Nan Madol was the heart of power in Pohnpei. Oral histories speak of kings and priests, elaborate rituals, and a society so complex that it could marshal the labor to create this improbable city in the sea. And then, as abruptly as it rose, Nan Madol fell silent. The dynasty vanished, the city was abandoned, and the jungle began to reclaim its stones. Whispers of vanishing, theories and evidence. What could have caused the sudden disappearance of Nan Madol's people? For generations, stories have swirled, of tyrannical rulers and angry gods, of curses and invasions. But as researchers sift through the layers of history, a subtler, more universal culprit emerges: environmental change. Core samples from the surrounding mangroves reveal a timeline of rising sea levels, shifting weather patterns, and periods of catastrophic flooding. As the climate changed, freshwater sources became brackish, crops failed, and the very canals that once symbolized the city's ingenuity became conduits for salt and ruin. The Saudeleur's centralized power may have crumbled under the weight of famine and unrest, pushing survivors to seek new beginnings elsewhere on the island or beyond. Migration and adaptation, lessons from the past. The people of Nan Madol didn't simply vanish, they adapted. Archaeological evidence suggests that after abandoning the city, survivors integrated with inland communities, bringing their knowledge and traditions with them. Some oral histories describe new settlements springing up in the highlands, away from the encroaching sea. This pattern of migration in the face of environmental change is as old as humanity itself. But Nan Madol's story offers a particularly poignant lesson for the present. Even the most sophisticated societies are vulnerable to the slow, inexorable forces of climate and geography. Shadows over the present today, the shadows of Nan Madol stretch far beyond Pohnpei. As sea levels rise across the Pacific, entire island nations face threats eerily similar to those that may have doomed the Saudeleur. Wells are turning salty, storms are growing fiercer, and the question of where to go and how to preserve identity in exile has become urgent once more. Local leaders and scientists point to Nan Madol as a warning etched in stone. Echoes in the mangroves, what the ruins teach us. Walking among the toppled columns and silent crypts, visitors to Nan Madol can almost hear the whispers of those who built and lost this city. The ruins caution against hubris, reminding us that nature always has the final word. But they also inspire, telling of a people who responded to crisis with resilience, migration, and reinvention. Researchers continue to uncover artifacts, pottery shards, stone tools, remnants of feasts that fill in the blanks of daily life. Each discovery is a thread woven back into the fabric of a civilization that, though lost, still shapes the soul of Pohnpei.